Welcome back, Bills fans. We are diving straight into the latest buzz surrounding the Buffalo Bills as they prepare to face a Cincinnati Bengals team that has been on a roller coaster this season. The Bills come into this matchup with a strong record of 8 wins and 4 losses, riding high on both momentum and confidence. On the other side, the Bengals are sitting at 4 wins and 8 losses, but numbers alone do not tell the full story. Cincinnati has faced unique challenges this year, especially at the quarterback position. Joe Burrow, their star signal caller, has only been on the field for 3 games this season due to injury. Interestingly, the Bengals have managed to win all 3 of those games with Burrow leading the charge, including victories over the Browns, Jaguars, and Ravens. His return has reinvigorated the team and given them a tangible chance to shake up the AFC North standings. While the division leaders, the Steelers and Ravens, are both sitting at 6 wins and 6 losses, the Bengals still have opportunities to climb. They have a tricky schedule ahead, starting with the Bills, then hosting the Ravens, traveling to Miami, and finishing with 2 crucial home games against the Cardinals and Browns. Despite their current record, there is genuine hope for Cincinnati to make a push for relevance in the division. The Bengals are coached by Zach Taylor, who is 42 years old and in his 8th season at the helm. He has experienced the highs and lows of leading this team, including a trip to the Super Bowl in 2021 where the Bengals claimed the AFC title but fell to the Rams in the championship game. Prior to his head coaching career, Taylor honed his skills as an assistant under Sean McVay with the Rams and later as a quarterbacks coach in Miami. His experience has shaped the Bengals' approach, emphasizing precision, anticipation, and field awareness, especially when Joe Burrow is under center. Speaking of Burrow, at 28 years old, he is nearing the prime of his career and is widely regarded as one of the NFL's most accurate quarterbacks. Despite limited playing time this season, he has already demonstrated his ability to command the field with impressive stats in passing yards, touchdowns, and minimal turnovers. He is known for his anticipatory throws, understanding coverage rotations, and delivering the football with timing and accuracy that few can match. Burrow's return from injury brings both hope and uncertainty. He is wearing a specialized shoe to protect his surgically repaired toe, and while he may not yet be at full mobility, his presence on the field elevates the Bengals' offense instantly. This offense is coordinated by Dan Pitcher, a 40-year-old native of New York who has a strong rapport with Taylor. Together, they have structured an attack that leans heavily on passing, with minimal emphasis on the run or trick plays. The Bengals average approximately 23 points per game, ranking them around the middle of the league in scoring. Their offensive philosophy relies on high-volume passing, accounting for roughly 2/3 of all plays. The remaining third focuses on running, a clear indication of their preference for aerial assaults over ground-and-pound strategies. Central to this offense are the wide receivers Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. Chase is a unique talent, combining physicality, exceptional hands, and the ability to make plays after the catch. He has been targeted over 130 times this season, highlighting his role as Burrow's primary weapon. Higgins complements him with size, wingspan, and athleticism, capable of stretching defenses vertically and creating mismatches. Adding depth to the receiving core is Andrew Yasivas, a slot receiver who brings speed and height, and tight ends Mike Gesicki and Noah Fant, both athletic and capable of making big plays in key situations. Their backfield features Chase Brown, a young dynamic runner with 6 consecutive games surpassing 100 yards from scrimmage, alongside Sam Perrine, a veteran presence who brings power and downhill running. This combination allows Cincinnati to mix personnel and create versatility, although their reliance on the pass is clear. The offensive line presents a mix of experience and youth. Orlando Brown anchors the left tackle spot with his immense size and length, while rookie Dylan Fairchild has shown promise at left guard. Veteran Ted Karras provides stability at center, and Amarius Mims, a first-round pick, is still developing at right tackle, but has a remarkable blend of size and athleticism. Right guard has been a rotating spot, recently filled by Dalton Reisner, who has brought some improvement to the unit. Overall, the line provides adequate protection for Burrow, though there are vulnerabilities that the Bills' defense will be keen to exploit. Turning attention to Buffalo's strategy, containing this high-powered passing attack will be a significant challenge. The key for the Bills' defense will be disciplined man coverage with two deep safeties splitting the field, ensuring that Burrow does not find easy openings. While zone coverage has been a staple at times, against a quarterback of Burrow's caliber, too much reliance on zone allows him to dissect the defense with his anticipation and timing. Additionally, generating pressure will be critical. With Joey Bosa potentially unavailable, the Bills must get creative, utilizing stunts and simulated pressures to disrupt Burrow's rhythm. Keeping him uncomfortable and forcing movement will be essential, particularly given the limitations imposed by his toe injury. On the offensive side, the Bills must assert control and sustain drives. The best way to support the defense is through ball control, finishing drives with points, and keeping the Bengals off balance. The Bengals' defense, coordinated by L. Golden, has struggled this season, ranking near the bottom of the league in almost every key metric. Their personnel includes veteran tackles B.J. Hill and T.J. Slayton, but neither has been dominant. Defensive ends like Joseph Ossai and Miles Murphy carry the pass rush responsibilities, though Trey Hendrickson's absence leaves a noticeable gap. Man coverage has been emphasized recently, with adjustments elevating the team to one of the league's heaviest man coverage units. Yet their inability to generate consistent pressure makes them vulnerable to a disciplined and talented Bills offense. This upcoming clash promises to be a fascinating battle of strategy, talent, and execution. The Bills will look to impose their rhythm, control the clock, and capitalize on weaknesses, while the Bengals, led by Burrow, will aim to exploit any lapses and keep their playoff hopes alive. The stage is set for a thrilling Sunday showdown, where every play, every decision, and every adjustment could have a significant impact on both teams' trajectories as the season continues. Now, let's turn our focus to the Bengals' defensive side and how the Bills can approach their game plan offensively. Cincinnati's defense, under first-year coordinator L. Golden, has struggled significantly this season. Golden, 56 years old, brings experience from his years as a college head coach and his time coordinating defenses at Notre Dame, but translating that success to the NFL has proven difficult. The Bengals are near the bottom of the league in scoring defense, giving up over 30 points per game, and their efficiency metrics in both run and pass defense rank among the lowest in the league. Third down conversions against them are a major concern, and in the red zone, opponents are finding the end zone far too easily. While there have been some personnel adjustments at cornerback, linebacker, and in the slot, these changes have not fully addressed the underlying issues. Golden has shifted the defense toward more man coverage in recent weeks, emphasizing single-high safety concepts and aggressive close coverage principles. This adjustment has seen them run one of the league's heaviest man coverage schemes, but their pass rush remains inadequate, averaging a low number of pressures and sacks per game. For the Bills, this opens a clear window to exploit through quick, decisive passing and calculated pressure on the edge. Personnel-wise, the Bengals' defensive line combines veterans and younger players, but their performance has been inconsistent. B.J. Hill is a reliable presence against the run, while T.J. Slayton, despite his size, has underperformed expectations. On the edge, Joseph Ossai and Miles Murphy carry most of the pass-rushing duties, but without Trey Hendrickson, the unit lacks the dynamic force needed to consistently disrupt a quarterback like Josh Allen. Linebackers and secondary players have also rotated in and out, leaving questions about chemistry and cohesion. However, this presents an opportunity for Buffalo to attack mismatches, particularly in intermediate routes and red zone situations. The key for the Bills will be to use motion, play action, and varied personnel to force the Bengals into uncomfortable matchups and capitalize on areas where discipline or speed is lacking. On offense, the Bills have the chance to establish dominance by controlling tempo and attacking strategically. Josh Allen's dual-threat capability creates constant dilemmas for any defense, And against a Bengals team that has struggled with consistent pressure and coverage discipline, he can exploit gaps both through the air and on the ground. The Bills' offensive line will need to maintain strong protection to allow Allen the time to survey the field and make quick, precise decisions. Openings in the middle and intermediate zones could be especially fruitful, particularly when combined with motion that shifts coverage responsibilities or forces linebackers into uncomfortable decisions. Steady drive management will be crucial as well, keeping the Bengals' offense off the field and controlling the flow of the game. Buffalo's receiving core also plays a vital role in dictating the pace. By attacking vertically and creating spacing with multiple threats, the Bills can keep the Bengals' corners and safeties stretched and hesitant. Quick screens and intermediate passes will allow receivers to gain yardage after the catch, exploiting the Bengals' defensive limitations in pursuit angles and tackling consistency. Tight ends can serve as mismatched targets over the middle, while the running game, if executed with patience and power, can set up play-action opportunities that further stress the Bengals' coverage. Each possession will be a chess match where timing, anticipation, and decision-making are critical. The Bills must maintain a balanced approach, alternating tempo and attack vectors to prevent the Bengals from settling into any rhythm. Special teams and situational awareness are also likely to play a decisive role. With field position so critical, every punt, kickoff, and coverage play has the potential to swing momentum. Mistakes or missed opportunities on special teams could give either side an edge, but a disciplined Bills unit can limit these risks. Coaching decisions, substitutions, and the ability to adjust mid-drive will also be factors, particularly when matching the Bengals' personnel and responding to the defensive shifts Golden has implemented. Turning back to Joe Burrow and the Bengals' offense, Buffalo's defense will need to be adaptive and strategic. Burrow is exceptional at reading defensive rotations and making quick, precise throws, and his receivers, Jamar Chase and T. Higgins, demand constant attention. Chase is a physical specimen with excellent ball skills, capable of winning contested catches even in tight coverage, while Higgins adds size, athleticism, and vertical threat potential. Slot receivers like Yasivas and tight ends like Gesicki and Fant provide additional passing options, forcing the defense to account for multiple levels of the field. The Bills must maintain disciplined coverage, avoid overcommitting, and rotate effectively to minimize open targets. Pressure will need to be manufactured creatively, using stunts, delayed rushes, and edge games to disrupt Burrow without leaving gaps for explosive plays. Meanwhile, the Bengals' offensive line, while not elite, provides adequate protection, particularly with Orlando Brown anchoring left tackle and rookies showing promise at guard and right tackle. The offensive line's blend of size, length, and developing skill presents challenges, but also opportunities for the Bills to exploit timing and leverage mismatches. Defenders must maintain gap integrity, use anticipation in passing lanes, and engage in disciplined pursuit to limit yards after the catch. Every snap will be a test of fundamentals, technique, and football intelligence. On the ground, Chase Brown has emerged as a dynamic playmaker, combining power, agility, and vision to create big gains. Sam Perrine complements him as a downhill runner who can relieve pressure and maintain a consistent ground game. The Bills' front seven must account for both runners, maintaining leverage and tackling discipline to prevent explosive plays. At the same time, the Bills' secondary needs to communicate effectively in coverage, particularly when dealing with motion and mismatches in the slot or against hybrid tight ends. Before we dive back in, make sure to hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest Buffalo Bills updates straight to your screen. And hey, don't hold back. Let us know your thoughts on today's news down in the comments. Whispers around the NFL have taken a particularly sharp turn this week, and all eyes are on the Buffalo Bills. In what could be one of the most candid and controversial admissions from a front office executive in recent memory, Brandon Beane, the team's general manager, reportedly made a stunning comment regarding one of his own acquisitions. Sources claim Beane confessed, "I regret signing this player for the Bills," a statement that has sent shockwaves through both the locker room and the fan base. Insiders say the comment, while brief, hints at deeper frustrations behind the scenes. Analysts are speculating whether this regret stems from performance issues, a mismatch with the team's culture, or perhaps off-field distractions that have made the player a difficult fit. Whatever the cause, BEANE's remark is fueling conversations that stretch far beyond the Bills' internal offices. Social media has exploded with theories, and fans are already debating which player could have provoked such a strong sentiment. The timing of BEANE's confession adds to the intrigue. While front office personnel rarely air regrets publicly, the GM's candidness, if accurately reported, might suggest a turning point in the team's strategy moving forward. Could this hint at a potential trade? Or is it simply a moment of honest reflection that underscores the challenges of building a championship-caliber roster? Sources close to the team are staying tight-lipped, but murmurs suggest that even veteran players have taken note of BEANE's statement, leading to speculation about locker room dynamics and morale. Of course, in the world of professional football, a single remark can snowball into headlines, trade rumors, and fan frenzy. Pundits are already debating whether BEANE's regret will have lasting repercussions or if it will fade as just another curious anecdote in the Bills' ongoing saga. One thing is certain. Anytime a GM publicly questions a signing, it becomes a story that refuses to die quietly. As the chatter intensifies, the NFL rumor mill is spinning faster than ever, leaving fans eager for clarity and insiders on edge. Who is the player that triggered BEANE's candid admission? And what, if any, actions will the front office take in response? Until more concrete information emerges, speculation will continue to dominate headlines, fueling a storm of intrigue in Buffalo's football world. That's a wrap for now. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay on top of all things Buffalo Bills, make sure to subscribe and hit that like button. We'd love to hear what you think in the comments. See you in the next update.